Alright, we just showed test firing of the PTR K3P Pistol. Let's use the word pistol in quotes. This is a PTR they make for Atlantic Firearms as an exclusive. It is essentially a semi-automatic G3K style weapon. It has a 12.5-inch barrel. Takes an HK 33 short forearm. Has an HK 33 linked cocking tube. Comes from the factory with the welded on Picatinny rail in place of where the claw mount would go. And then of course the receiver is pretty much standard HK91 G3 style. As most of you know, PTR purchased tooling from FMP of Portugal, who obtained their tooling from HK of Germany. FMP used to make a semi-automatic G3 in the 80s, and then later in the 90s they made the XG3. Nice pre-ban and ban era guns there, made to exact original specifications. It kind of puts PTR in an interesting zone. They're not really clones. In a way they are, in a way they're not, because they are made on HK tooling with some HK parts and know-how and blueprints. They're kind of in between being a clone and a contract rifle. Anyway, I have wanted a G3K for a long time, and I was going to have one built or something, but then these came out and came back in stock at Atlantic Vector, and so I just picked one up. I made a few light modifications to it. I put on a traditional polymer lower instead of the straight navy one it comes with. It's clipped and pinned up here just for the look. There's a Doctor sight on the rail right now, low profile. Standard Doctor sight. Standard. This is the handguard it does come with, and it comes with a standard HK birdcage flash hider. But I put on IGF investment grade firearms 4-prong HK style flash hider, because that just kind of completes the G3K look. This is the flash hider HK usually puts on most of their short guns. It gives it a length of about 13.5, 14 inches. Really, at the point you could almost put on an extended one and make it into a carbine and only have a couple extra inches sticking out, but maybe I will eventually, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to go through the SBR process just for 2 inches. But yeah, I thought we'd share. It's fun to shoot. It's very reliable. We've always had good luck with the reliability of PTR's guns. They seem well made, nice powder coat style finish on it, good clean welds. Plenty accurate for what they are. Nice smooth operation. Of course it's roller locked, roller delayed. Perfectly nice filling trigger. Typical HK trigger. Takes standard, has a standard rear. This has just an end cap with a sling swivel on it. If you were to file SBR paperwork, you could put a A2 or an A3 stock on it very easily. Just push out the pins, you know, just obey the law, doing all that. Yeah, that we just share that the HK G3K is a pretty famous variant. It was used by the West German military throughout the Cold War, and the British SAS actually used it quite a bit in the 80s in Ireland and all the conflicts in North Ireland and all of that. Their L1A1s were much longer, and they only had semi-automatic fire only. These were select fire and had a 12.5-inch barrel, so. And of course most of the militaries had retractable stock, so between all those features they were a lot smaller and handier and even a good bit lighter than the L1A1, so they became quite popular and with the British SAS and other services. But yeah, these have been used around the world, and this is really the only factory G3K type gun produced in the USA. Most of the ones you'll see are custom builds, which are fine, which are good, but not many people have made it. HK never exported a pistol version of the G3 in the 80s. But yeah, just thought we would share this. It's a good gun. Thanks for tuning in.